Every time I sit down to go to Reddit, I'm scared. Reddit is a scary place, but every month we go into the Civilization subreddit to see what the Civ community has been saying on this very scary place, Reddit. So I suppose it's time to hop in. VanBradley has yet to be kicked off of Reddit, which is awesome. We are here on r/Civ. We need to go to top. We need to go to this month. And we need to see what you all have been posting. The 4th annual 12-man land Civ tourney commences. Holy smokes. This is the coolest possible thing. Look, if you're one of these people that does a LAN party, not just for Civ, but just for any game like this, 12 of your friends getting together and just playing Civ, that's incredible. This is what I think we imagine the Civ Give one day to be, is this kind of big LAN event. But I would love nothing more than a giant kind of multiplayer match. Shout out to our bros on the laptops. There are some people that have like full-on PCs and other people that are just, kicking it with a laptop, but you know what? Hey, I'm not gonna judge. This is cool. Bonus challenge in the comments, you have to tell me which 12 people in the Civ community you would most like to see do a LAN together. That's your challenge. If you can't think of 12, do like 5. I don't know. What's your ideal Civ community LAN party? Put that in the comments. Oh my god, they posted updates. This is super cool. They're on turn 26. It eventually like takes you through everything, and then you have 2 winners that have crowns and scepters. Yes, yes. These 12 people need to invite me next year. I'm not sure if they watch my YouTube channel, but if they do, I'd like to play next time. What if Civilization VII and it's the Earth with cities on it? I'm gonna say no to this. Lord, show me how to say no to this. I don't know. I guess I do know how to say no to this. Anyway, sorry, that was a Hamilton song. This sucks. I don't like this. Look, I said it in the last kind of Civ Reddit thing. You need to make Civ kind of cartoonish for it to work. Everybody thinks they want a realistic kind of 4X game. That is not what people want. I don't think a 4X game that looks like this in the Civ genre would do as well as people think it would. And that's my final take on these kind of more realistic looking options. Now, if this is just a certain way to view the map, sign me up. But if this is like one of the ways you're playing the game and this is like one of the UI screens, that's where I'm out. If this is just like you've completed the Earth satellite and it just rounds the map for you into like a globe, that's super cool. I want to be clear. But I don't want to like spin this thing every time I need to move something, Julius Caesar is coming to Civ 6. Well, he's here now and he's not good. He's fine. He's okay. He's certainly the worst of like that 4-liter introduction pack that we got. Fun gameplay loop, super fun early game war loop. I like the gameplay loop. It feels fun to play. He's just not as good as like Julius Caesar. Like, it's such a famous name, but yeah, I digress. I know exactly where this is going, but it's going to be fun to say. Ha! I have counted Caesars and pharaohs among my companions. What makes you think you are worthy? It's like, well, mate, well, Cleo, look, I am Caesar. That's such a funny line now that Caesar's in the game. I really like this. You're getting enough vote. That's funny. She means other Caesars that go to a different school. The Caesar she tells you not to worry about. Yep. That's funny. That's good. Even funnier than the posts sometimes or the comments, for sure. My Reddit timeline started making Civ memes. Elon Musk says he will find a new leader for Twitter. Well, to be fair to Elon Musk, I think almost anybody would be better at it than he is. So that's a positive thing that he's looking around, I suppose. The new leaders. I actually think none of these people will have ever seen a tweet or a Twitter. I think all 3 of these people could do a better job running Twitter. And I think that's just I feel like it's a factually true statement that can't be scrutinized in any way, shape, or form. So yeah, I mean, all 3 of these leaders are great in the game too. So who knows? Ooh, mod discussion. Here we go. I love these mod discussions. Detailed map text is a mod that needs to officially be in the game. It calculates and displays adjacency bonuses for tax so you can actually plan your cities out accurately. I've learned so much just from testing different layouts. Half the game feels approachable and fun to play now. Yes, so much this. I don't want to knock the devs for anything. I am not here to bash the devs of Civ. By and large, they are all... Actually, you know what? Not even by and large. Any experience I've ever had with 2K, with Firaxis, with any of their devs, with everybody, has just been absolutely nothing short of fantastic. However, I think when people go and make UI mods, there's a fine line. Because I think the people at Firaxis designed the UI a certain way for a reason. So for things like the policy card mod that lets you see the numbers on the policy cards, for that kind of mod, I think that's intentional. It's meant to be a little bit ambiguous. You're meant to actually have to do a little bit of math yourself and to not really know exactly sometimes what it is you're getting. And it's just, I think that's part of the design intention. Something like the pins on the ground though that give you these adjacency bonus, I just think once you see that as a mod, you have to make that part of the game, because if the game was only available on PC, it might be something to consider as well. Maybe you can't even pin on other consoles, but if the game's going to be available and pinning's a function on other consoles, that feels really bad for them to not even have this option. But there are certain things like this that you just need to put in the game because they are just so clearly, they're not replacing something you made with something the community made. I can see why the devs are a little bit hesitant to do that, but with just making something just better, I think there should be a little more focus on getting stuff like this into the base game for sure. I suppose it's also part of a resource allocation thing too. If you can only pin on PC, for instance, and it's already a mod on the Steam Workshop, what is the people who want those mods will go and search for them, and so what is the point of them taking the time and effort, the resources, the money to kind of make it an official thing? The people that get left out of that are the people that don't want to play with mods and don't know the Steam Workshop exists. But I can see it from that point of view too, why they wouldn't be too keen on this. But yeah, I mean, if they put this in the game, I think the game would be much better for those who don't have this functionality. I haven't played a game without this mod in a very long time, so I think it's fantastic. My friend tried to convert my Civ, and I couldn't possibly keep up with Faith. Fair. So I declared war. Also fair. You gotta step on the units. And pump out so many scouts he couldn't make it into my cities. Oh my god. How many scouts is that? 30? 30 scouts. I think this is overkill. I think this is certainly overkill. Unless you're fighting like 1,000 missionaries at one time. I think this was a great strategy. And you definitely, it's why faith victories in multiplayer are near impossible, because you can just declare war and step on the units. I think this is a little, he's building 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more scouts as well. I think this is a little overdone. I think it's a little overdone, but it is a good strategy. And that person will not win a faith game, I promise you that. So, Lincoln wants to take your delegation to the theater. That can't be true. We have shown you delegation around our humble home here. Perhaps I shall escort them also to the theater. No way. Oh my god, that's gotta be an Easter egg. Is there other dialogue that says that? There's just no way that's a real... Oh my goodness. Is this photoshopped? I feel like this is photoshopped. What do the comments say? You can't let one outlier ruin something you love. The ghost of Abraham Lincoln. Fair. That's so funny. 99% of all nuclear strikes in Civ are purely because, well, I have some nukes. That is true. That is true unless you're nuking Eleanor. That's the 1%. The 1% are when Eleanor is in the game and you nuke them because they suck and you hate them. My god, I miss when games are going to turn 386. Holy good, congrats though. I mean, you're at the end of the tech trees, you're nuking people. Maybe this game ended a while ago and it's just Nuke City over here, but that's a long time. He's at war with Korea, fair, and everyone else hates him. Super, super fair. Chicken world map. The continents can be arranged to look like a chicken. So I actually follow terrible maps on Twitter because they're just so funny, and the maps are hilarious. But please release this as a map. If somebody watching this video goes and makes the chicken map, if someone goes and makes this map in Civ, I will play it. That is my promise to you. Go head to the Discord, pop the chicken map in there, and I will absolutely play the chicken map if someone makes this. That's hilarious. The Rise and Foul expansion. Oh. The comment section is just absolutely incredible. You built the Panama Canal as Abe, but it says here you built it as Teddy Roosevelt, and so I don't know who to believe. I don't know who to believe. You look like Abe, but you're saying you're Teddy Roosevelt. This achievement is clearly worth something, and I just don't know who to believe here. I don't think this is a bug. I think Pokinar is a filthy liar. This is my personal best Inca preserve so far. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my. I'm about to faint from the yield porn that I'm looking at. I don't know if you ever fainted just looking at something, but I'm about to. And yet, I'm actually more concerned for what happens to White and Nerdy when he sees this, because he's the preserve guy. If you're looking for a preserve guy, it's White and Nerdy, and he is. I think he might die. I think White and Nerdy might actually die when he sees this. Wackato. You know what, Wackato? You're getting a vote for that preserve. This is just pure. And there's a campus. Oh, and there's 2 campuses. This preserve plus the camp. Oh my goodness. I want the rest of the map. I want to see what the rest of everything else is going on. I want to see the yields. I want to see everything. Good Lord. Do you think I have enough troops to safely invade Arabia? I think you do. I'm not an expert. Oh my. Look, I like so much. I love so much how much people overdo civilization. Right? Like, there is 0 scenarios in a game of Civ against AI. Absolutely none. Where you need 1, 2, 3, 4 aircraft carriers with 8 planes. Like, this is clearly, I know, just done for the memes. But I just love how overdone this is. You can win most domination games with like 2 bombers and a couple of tanks. There's no need to do any of this. But yeah, Cairo's going to fall in 1 turn. In absolutely 1 turn. That's incredible. That's incredible. I like this a lot. Vompat in the comments with a good follow-up. Are you planning to take Cairo with an archaeologist? There's just this little guy down here. Yeah, there's not a ton of melee units around here. Are any of these? Oh yeah, Cairo's not on the coast. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna have to get a unit up there, my guy. I am no longer fond of pigs. Yeah, they're blocking my campus. Get out of here. Yeah, pigs hate. I don't know if you know this, but pigs hate knowledge. No name 1892. These pigs hate you and your family and this copy of the game. You have to uninstall it and never play again. That's what I'm gathering from this. Other than getting the era score, I've learned to just accept +1 or +2 campuses. They're the most difficult district to get big bonuses on, generally speaking, so I just roll with it and build several of them if I'm going for a science victory. I agree with that statement to a degree. I think that if you are struggling to get a few +3 campuses, it might be worth switching up your victory condition to not go for a science victory. And if you're struggling to get +3 campuses, at least in your first couple of cities, you might want to practice some districting. Not saying that this is a case for this person or the person in the comments, but there's a lot of ways to district around and get quite a few +3 campuses in every game, kind of regardless of the terrain. And so just have a peekaboo around and see if there's a way you could reconfigure things a little bit. It is harder in the later cities, though, because you don't have as much time. The districts cost more, and you don't have as high population to build multiple districts. But for the first 4 or 5 cities, you should not be struggling too hard to get a couple of +3 campuses in there, kind of regardless of what's going on. I mean, this is just peak Gilgabro, isn't it? Bro's for life. He's the only ally. You're at war with everyone else. And Gilgabro is the best bro. 266, 171. I guess Japan's here. Japan's here and he's struggling. Everyone else has already been beaten to a pulp. You gotta have Gilgabro by your side. I'm in for this. I love this very much. If Gilgamesh has million number of allies, I am one of them. If Gilgamesh has 10 allies, I am one of them. If Gilgamesh have only 1 ally, that is me. If Gilgamesh has no allies, that means I am no more on the earth. If world against Gilgamesh, I am against the world. I love Gilgamesh till my last breath. Die hard ally of Gilgamesh. I'm actually surprised they don't have more leaders in the game predisposed to liking you. Like, especially on deity, everyone is predisposed to just come and murder you, and it makes sense. It's deity. It's meant to be difficult. But the fact that in like, what, 50 or 60 leaders we have now, only one of them is like, yo, I'll be friends, is a little strange. All right. Zakitis or whatever. I don't mean to pick on you here. I really don't mean to pick on you. This is a whole internet problem. I cannot stand it. It makes me so grumpy when people go, am I the only one to blank on the internet? No! Of course you're not the only one to play Civ on strategy view. I don't know how many people play Civ on strategy view. It's more than one person. You are not the only person. If you want to come into the internet and talk about it, put the title hey, does anyone else play Civ 6 on strategy view? That is a sentence that makes sense. This is just like farming for clicky garbage, which look, I'm guilty of on YouTube all the time. I probably click farmed you into this video. However, this has just always felt it's so disingenuous as a thing for me that people just say on the internet all the time. It's, you know what, it has nothing to do with the clickbait of it, because everyone that I can't stand on my high horse as a YouTube person and be mad about clickbait, so I'm not going to do that. However, it's the same type of thing when people go last but not least. It's like, well, who the fuck is the least then? Who is the least? If you're going to say last but not least, what you are doing is you want all the social credit from that person by acknowledging that just because they're last doesn't mean that they're the least valuable person to be called upon. So you're farming social credit. However, you are avoiding having to throw that credit back out and actually say who is the least, right? And so if you know the last person is not the least, that means you also know who is the least. And so what you are doing is you are trying to accumulate social credit while also not literally finishing the phrase with the answer that would disregard that social credit. You know what I mean? It feels very disingenuous. It's the same thing here. Anyone coming onto anywhere in the internet going, am I the only one who plays Civ 6 on strategy view? You're absolutely not. You already know that, though. You already know that. There's like hundreds of thousands of people that play this game, and it frustrates me, and I'm so sorry, Zach. I'm not here to pick on you, but this whole sentence structure bothers me, man. This start just has my brain absolutely melting. First off, you got the holy like exodia of deer here, which means you could have the best Temple of Artemis of all time. If you get the get Temple of Artemis, get the Camps Pantheon, and you will be cruising. However, you're also right next to tundra and right next to desert, which does sometimes make me want to throw my computer out the window. And so I just don't know how to feel about this. But that is a lot of deer. You're not wrong. And that is strange. And I think if you build the Temple of Artemis right, I guess you got to put it on a camp. I can't remember. No, it's next to a camp. Build the Temple of Artemis right here. And I think it'll connect and some lights will start shining and the deer will like come out of the ground and they'll start charging your enemies. It's going to be awesome. I'm sure that's the start of some kind of ritual. And that is going to be it, everybody. I hope you enjoyed this video. There wasn't as much on Reddit this month as there has been on the past month, so we'll see. That's the fun about coming to Reddit every month, is you have no idea what you are going to find. Sometimes I have like 2 hours worth of footage, and sometimes I have 20 minutes, and so we'll just see what kind of video I edit from this. But if you enjoyed the video, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. I'd love to have you back to catch more fun Civ content. Make sure you check the links in the description. We got a Discord server. We got all kinds of good stuff for you down there. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.